Hello everyone, this is Jeremy and you are watching Retro Fat. Today we are rewatching Just the 10 of Us, starting with the first season again. We're on third episode of season 1, third episode overall, called The Birthday Gift. This episode is one of my absolute favorites. We get some really good insight into the girls' characters, into Graham's character. It was just such a solid episode early on. This episode was directed by John Tracy, written by Tom Walla, and it first aired on May 10th, 1988. Now, before I dive into my reaction, let me just emphasize this channel is going to continue. I'll do a reaction every other week. I am trying to think of some other ways to grow this channel, so I absolutely welcome any ideas. One thing I think I would like to do at some point is start to do some group reactions with some fans. So a few of you have emailed me. I still have those. If you think you might want to do that, email me. Email's blueservo@gmail.com. I think it'd be fun to set this up. Maybe do some, not live streaming exactly, but some group live reactions. Hopefully we can get some more cast and crew in here talking about the show with us as well. One thing I am going to start doing, I haven't quite decided what it's going to look like, is I'm going to transition to putting some of these reactions on TikTok in just little small bite-sized chunks. TikTok is not a platform quite like YouTube. It's a little different. But I think I see a lot of late 80s, early 90s nostalgia type content on there, and I think this could fit in pretty nicely with it. So we're going to give that a shot as well. My goal is to get Just the 10 of Us as far and wide as we possibly can to hopefully get this show back on our TV in some form or fashion. So for now, let's just watch and have a good time.
So, what do we learn? They're rude, they speak through their noses, and they can cook. Enough about France. Now we move to the land down under, Australia, where they have koalas.
Nice short opening. I think we might get one more of these. I liked when some of Bill's stand-up-esque material was there. I know part of it was that, you know, people can't really replicate a stand-up comedian's act in the same way a stand-up comedian can. So we didn't get to keep it, but I certainly enjoyed it there. And that was an excellent koala impersonation.
And I know I can win it, 'cause I'm learning the rules of the game. If I can stay on the ball, take it minute by minute, I just might make the Hall of Fame. What can I say? I'm doing it the best I can. Leaning on nobody but me. Oh, seeing it from where I stand. Nothing comes easy. Oh, I'm always bringing home second places. At the end of every one of my daisies, a house with all of the bases that keeps me doing it the best I can. Yeah, I'm doing it the best I can. I'll keep on doing it the best I can.
You know, we're very late on the electric bill, or the kids are finally starting to remember to turn off the lights when they're out of the room.
That's right, Graham. They sure must all be out of the room, all right. Surprise!
What?
Happy birthday, Daddy!
But my birthday's not till tomorrow.
That's the surprise.
Oh, oh, honey, I don't know what to say.
You're just like you had in New York.
Dad, now you're bi-coastal.
It's a good thing.
Okay, Sherry, you're next.
You expect me to follow that?
Come on, come on. Ooh, shampoo.
It's the perfect size nice for you.
Yes, at least a 2-year supply. Okay, who's this one from?
Not me.
Me either. It was just left in our mailbox.
There's no postmark.
No return address. No, nothing. But it says it's for you all right here.
Yeah, we've been racking our brains about it all afternoon.
Took Wendy 3 hours to find her brain, 30 seconds to rack it.
Well, whoever it is, not that they're in this room, saved a bundle on the wrapping. Sweet jumping Jezebel.
Daddy, you're rich.
But this is a ton of money. There must be hundreds and hundreds of dollars here. Wait, there's a card. From somebody who knows how much you really need this. Who could have done this?
Whoever it is, I hope he remembers my birthday.
Come on, one of you has to know something about this. Come on, somebody say something.
It wasn't me, Daddy.
Bill Kirkenbauer shared with me that one of the original names for this show was going to be Yo Coach, but that was dropped because Craig T. Nelson had Coach coming down the pipeline from ABC. I may have my facts there a little bit wrong, but I do know that Yo Coach was a proposed title, and that was one that he liked, but they ended up going with just 10 of us. I do like that we still had the Yo Coach license plate here. We'll see his New York plate in his basement later on. But, it was... I think the title Just the 10 of Us was very easily conflated with 8 is Enough and other titles about large families. Yo Coach, I think, would have been a great title for some of the early episodes. But as the focus shifted a bit toward more of the family and the girls, it might not have been as good of a fit. Even like the Lubbocks or something like that, I think could have been an okay title for the show. But in any event, it is nice that we had the license plate Yo Coach here, because it pops up a few times throughout the series. And again, very noticeable early difference between Wendy and Cindy. Wendy being the ditz here, Cindy having the meaner sense of humor, which disappears in just a few more episodes. And then Wendy, of course, becomes the conniving genius that we learn to love later.
9:14, 9:15, 9:16,
Graham.
9:17,
11:30.
11:31, 11:32. Now I have to start over.
Honey, it's $1,233, just like the last 5 times.
And you swear that you
Honey,
did?
if I had that kind of money laying around, don't you think I would have told you about it?
Well, Elizabeth, you don't always tell me everything.
Like what?
Elizabeth, if I knew that would mean that you do tell me everything.
Well, there, see?
Well, all right. You always have a little stash hidden away in the cookie jar.
Graham, this is not a little stash. This is a major wad. You okay?
No. I just remembered. Mr. Futterman from the old neighborhood, he once got a shoebox full of cash one day, and the next day the mob had him sleeping with the fishes.
We're not in New York anymore.
Well, maybe the California mob has you do lunch with the fishes.
This money is not from any mob. I know that.
Aha! It was that big deal brother of yours, wasn't it? He heard we were behind the 8 ball with this moving bill, and he decided to show me up again.
If my brother sent it, his picture'd be on every bill.
Yeah, you're right. Well, who else knows about the financial bind we're in?
Just you, me, the moving company, and God. Graham, that's it.
Oh, please.
But I have been praying about this. Isn't it just possible it's a miracle?
Yeah, like it's just possible that I need to put on a couple pounds.
Don't make fun of my faith.
Elizabeth, I've grown accustomed to your faith.
Why isn't it possible that this is a gift from God?
God does not send a stack of unmarked bills in a shoebox.
Oh, so you're saying that God, who created Mount Rushmore, can't come up with $1,200?
He didn't create Mount Rushmore. Guys with blasting caps did.
You know what I mean. And besides, how do you explain my Uncle Frank?
I can't. I'm not a veterinarian.
The troop ship he was supposed to be on sank, but Uncle Frank got on the wrong ship and lived. And you're saying that's not God's work?
No, I'm saying Uncle Frank's an idiot.
But who made him an idiot?
Elizabeth, there is a flesh and blood human being behind this money, and I'm going to find out who it is.
Honey, what does it matter? Let's just be thankful.
I'm going to go through our phone book and write down all the names of the people who might have given me this money.
Check under G for God.
You have God's phone number?
I really like that interaction. That was a great Graham and Elizabeth scene from this the third episode that really helped to cement their characters. Elizabeth is I'm not going to use the word naive here because I am very devout in my faith, but she is. There's almost like a not childlike innocent, and I don't want to use naive either, but there's just a genuine earnestness in her faith that comes through here. Graham, who is also a believer, I mean, he is, practicing Catholic. He's a lot more pragmatic, and we pick that up in some of the things he says. We will see later on that he is truly devoted. The end of this episode has one of my favorite scenes from the entire series, but again, he's not as optimistic maybe as Elizabeth. He, like he said, there's a flesh and blood human being behind this. Although there are two lines in here. I shouldn't have said although. There are two lines in here that I love. The first is, I've grown accustomed to your faith. I love it, and I use that whenever I get the chance, which sadly is not very often. And the second one is, you have God's phone number? I love that. It's fantastic.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this, Wendy.
God, I'm a fabulous actress.
Oh, yeah, Morgan Fairchild's really worried. Yeah, well, I'm scared. Did you see the way his lower lip quivered when he asked us if we knew anything about the money?
Oh, you two are such wimps. Will you grow up?
You aren't feeling a little guilty about what we had to do to get that money?
Why should she feel guilty? Besides, I'm the one who had to do something disgusting to get it.
Oh, sure, bring that up again.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who had to... Ladies! The main thing is we gave Daddy something he really needs. Now let's not panic.
Connie, you just said you were scared. Now you say don't panic. Do you always have to argue both sides to every question?
Yes. No.
Nice little scene here to move the plot along. We know the girls are involved, with Cindy saying she had to do something disgusting, which she has not done yet, makes it seem so much worse than it is. This is, I think, a really, really well-written episode. We're also picking up on Wendy's conniving. I think they changed her intelligence because a stupid person cannot be a schemer the way Wendy is. And even in this episode, we're starting to really lean into that.
Hello, Mr. Papazian. This is Coach Lubbock. Yeah, with all the hungry kids. Look, you didn't by any chance happen to send me a cash rebate on all those groceries, did you? Hello? Yeah, Dwayne?
In a minute, Coach. I got some behind to kick. In my office now, mister. Now, I want you to tell me what in the hell... What in the heck you were doing when you were supposed to be in my damn... in my darn gym class?
Coach Johnson, I was just...
Just as I thought. No excuses. Take 10 laps, and I mean double time, mister.
What in the heck is that?
Well, he was dogging it, so I told him...
No, that jar.
No. Father Hargis has been on me to clean up my language around the kids. So I've been finding myself a dollar bill every time I slip. You'd be surprised how fast that adds up.
You big lug. I can't believe I didn't think of my old buddy.
Dwayne, could you sign these?
Oh, Father Hargis. Have you any idea what kind of a sweet guy this is?
He had me completely fooled.
Yeah, me too.
We'll come back later.
Wait a minute, he didn't think that...
It's okay. I like to keep Father Hargis guessing anyway.
Dwayne, You are a prince.
I said guessing.
Dwayne, I know.
Know what?
Well, you never quit, do you? Look, it was awfully sweet of you, but I can't accept it.
You can't.
No, but I tell you what, we'll call it a loan, and as soon as I get this moving bill off my tail, you'll get back every cent plus interest. Does that sound fair?
More than fair. What in the world are you talking about?
Dwayne, quit it. The cat's out of the bag. I know you sent me $1,200 for my birthday.
$1,200. The only way I'd send you $1,200 is if you had hair and breasts and lost about 20 pounds.
Well, darn it, somebody sent me that money.
Well, God darn it wasn't me.
Well, people just don't give you things in this world. You gotta earn them.
You don't think I know that?
Well, fine then.
Well, fine then.
Well, fine.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Also a fun scene. I just realized Dennis Haysbert is very tall. He's standing next to Bill Kirchenbauer. It made Bill look short, and I think he's like 5'10", 5'11". Maybe I'm wrong there, but I'm just thinking Dennis must be like 6'4" or so. I really like Dwayne. He's a great character. It does feel like something he would do, and I think this was a really nice aside for how this could have happened. I also think the first part of this scene was something that was cut from syndication. I don't remember seeing that in the syndicated version I uploaded about this time, about a year ago, actually. I also have to say, this episode, this is one of the cleanest versions, I think, of everything that I posted. I love just how crystal clear this copy is. I love watching it.
All right, save it, ladies. I'm only going to ask you this once. Where did the money come from that your father got for his birthday? Constance, back in line.
Mom, my theory is it was a gift from God. Isn't it beautiful?
And which one of you was his helper?
Oh, Mom, we never have anything to do with God. I mean...
Okay, now I am going to look each one of you in the eye, and I want you to tell me you had nothing to do with this. Wendy?
Mom, I don't have the slightest idea where it came from.
Cynthia?
Mom, I was as surprised as everyone else.
Marie Elizabeth?
Mom, I had absolutely no...
Okay, we did it! But I wouldn't exactly call it prostitution!
One of my favorite scenes of the series, and you get so much insight into their character here. Connie broke without even being on the carpet yet. Just knowing it was coming, she lost it. And that wouldn't exactly call it prostitution line. Cindy and Wendy's reaction looked almost entertained as it came out. And then just the shock we see here. Elizabeth's abject horror was fantastic. But we can look at each of their reaction and get such good insight into their characters. Like Wendy, I love Wendy. Wendy's one of my favorites. But you know she's able to look anybody in the eye and lie to them. She's a schemer. She's not evil. She's not bad. But she is capable. She had no issue. And I think Elizabeth knew that. Get Wendy out of the way. Cindy wasn't making great eye contact. And her reaction was very... I don't know the whole picture kind of thing. So she didn't technically lie. That fits Cindy, even who we have later. Marie, we didn't get to hear what Marie was going to say, but I would have liked to have seen the rest of what she said. She clearly was going to do her best to lie through it. And I suspect she was going to say something kind of similar to what Cindy said that was going to make her not... like a lie of omission at the worst, not a direct, we didn't do it. There would have been some mental gymnastics, but then it's okay. Connie ruined it for everybody. And it was a great scene. I loved it.
Prostitution?
Mother, it's nothing like what you're thinking at all. It was completely innocent.
Innocent prostitution? Oh, we thought that maybe, deep down inside, you just really didn't want to know, although that's looking more and more like a mistake.
Mom, we did what we did for a good cause.
And no one got hurt.
Not yet.
First of all, I want to say this was Wendy's idea.
Well, that's true. It all started last week when Dad was dropping hints about his birthday.
Go, Dad.
You yourself. Whoa. Where's everybody going?
To the movies. Mom knows.
It's $5 a carload night at the drive-in. We're going to make them regret it.
Well, for a second there, I thought all my children might be going, shopping.
Shopping this late?
Yeah, well, I happen to know for a fact that downtown Tall and Portly is open very late on Thursdays and Fridays.
I already got you a birthday present, Daddy.
My birthday? Oh, gee, it is coming up soon, isn't it?
Dad, we wouldn't forget about you. Mom wouldn't let us.
Okay, hey, 17, 34, I like pockets and no pants without a fly. I'm superstitious.
Connie, we're going to be in the car!
This was the night that you guys got that bill from the moving company.
Oh, I remember that night. Oh, hi, Graham.
Well, the moving company wants $800 more than their estimate. What are we supposed to do?
Well, we sure can't move.
Just once in my life, I'd like to start a month not in the hole, not ahead, just, even.
Oh, honey, we'll manage. We always do.
Maybe I should buy a lottery ticket. Nah, I'd never win. I'm a U.S. citizen with no prison record, plus I speak English.
It was so sad. Like a scene in a movie with Meryl Streep or Pam Dauber or some great actress like that. I waited to tell everyone till we got rid of JR and Sherry. I didn't want to scar them emotionally any more than they already are. Everyone was moved, even Wendy.
Bummer.
I wish there was something we could do for him.
Mom, too. How long could you be stoic?
Oh, boy, you learn a new word and you just have to beat it to death, don't you?
I know. We could have a bake sale. The guys at St. Augie's said they really like my... Maybe that's not what they meant.
There's gotta be some way of raising money. And let's think about our individual talents.
Can you raise money dating?
Never directly. But as being the only girls at an all-boys school, we could command a pretty good price for an evening.
Wendy, there's a word for that.
She's talking about a date, Marie. A ride to the movies, a movie, a ride back home. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, we could raffle one of us off and make at least $100.
Hey, I don't do raffles. Okay, I'm willing to make the supreme sacrifice and volunteer myself.
Too little, too late.
The only way this plan is gonna work is if we get someone really desirable on the line. But like I said before, I'm not doing it.
Oh, like you'd raise a lot, Cindy.
More than you, Wendy.
Oh, yeah? Well, too
Excuse
bad.
me, I said I
You
do
bet me.
You're on.
Hey, Wendy and Cindy, listen to yourselves. We shouldn't be fighting. But this raffle idea of Wendy's might have something to it.
Thank you very much, Marie. Wait a minute, you're actually agreeing with me?
I'm shocked myself. But Dad needs the money.
I agree. And as I was saying, the rafflee should be me.
What? Wait, before you volunteer, you should think. Do you really want to be the object of desire of every boy at St. Augustine's? We'll draw straws.
Okay, before we get into the little musical montage here, that was also a great scene. Again, Cindy, she's going to change. Cindy was not this intelligent later, but Marie flying her little freak flag. We see some early freakish Marie behavior here, and that's always fun to watch.
When I feel good like I'm feeling today, you better lock your daughters away. Yeah. When they look as good as they're looking today, mothers, better lock your daughters away. I can't
I just have one comment to say. I always like a good montage. That was the most 1980s thing ever. Picture any teen 80s comedy. Could you not picture a scene with that exact music playing? Perfectly done.
$1,233.
You're kidding!
I counted it 3 times.
Wow! I can't wait to see the look of Dad's face!
Yeah! Hey, wait a minute. We can't give Dad all this money. He'll ask how we got it.
I'd be proud to tell him. Proud? Don't you ever think before you speak?
Yes, I certainly... Oh.
So we had to get the money to Dad without getting any of the credit we so richly deserve.
So, has this date taken place yet?
No.
Have you picked your winner yet?
Yes.
And he is...
Mom, that's not important.
You want to bet?
I'm going out the 2nd floor of Hunt's Hall. Oh, I can handle them.
Gee, those crazy guys that went in together on 100 tickets.
Mom, we had the best of intentions. Please don't tell Daddy.
Mom, what are you doing?
Thinking.
Where are you going?
I'm going to pray.
Mom acts like no girl's ever gone out with 12 guys before.
Seaver. Dr. Jason. Nah.
Coach,
Father.
I saw your light was on. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Good.
No.
Not good.
Father, I got a dilemma here. I'm at the end of my rope. Mind if I bend your ear for a little while?
Of course. Would this have anything to do with you hugging Dwayne this morning?
Well, as a matter of fact, it does.
That's no dilemma. The church has a very clear policy on that.
No. You see, Father, I got a package in the mail yesterday. I don't know who sent it, but I know I can't keep it.
Was this package for you?
Well, it was addressed to me.
Then it's yours. What's the dilemma?
Well, you see, it was cash. My wife says it was a gift from God. Now, I know in your line of work you gotta believe in miracles, but for a guy like me...
So, like, a lot of cash?
Over $1,000, Padre. I mean, sure, I could use it. What person couldn't use $1,000 in cash?
For that matter, what school?
Well, I didn't earn it. I didn't ask for it, and I'm not a charity case. So I can't keep it.
You can't?
No.
Really? My son, sometimes we all need to talk to a shepherd. Someone wiser than we are, who can point the way.
An expert.
Correct. Now let's assume this money is from God. What do you think he would want you to do with it? I personally think that God is interested in private Catholic schools scraping to get by, but that's just me.
Yeah, talk to an expert. You're absolutely right, Father.
Thank you. You spend enough time dealing with people and their problems, you develop a certain... Lubbock? Right through my fingers. I could use a little help down here.
I'm not Catholic, but I did like that pseudo-confessional pose that we had there. Father Hargis plays a really good... Frank Bonner did a really good job of walking that line between genuine, earnest priest, creepy priest, oogie priest, and he walked that so perfectly. And this was a good example. This next scene here, one of my absolute favorites. I love it. I think it gives us an amazing insight into Graham's character and just who he is as a man, as a person.
Yo, God? It's called, Graham. I came in to talk to you. Well, I guess you know that. You know everything. about this money. What am I going to do? Elizabeth says it was a gift from you, and, well, heck, since I couldn't find out who on earth would give it to me, I guess it's a miracle. There, I said it. It's the only explanation that makes sense. I'm sorry, it didn't occur to me right off the bat. Now look, I sure as shooting don't mean to seem ungrateful. I mean, it was sweet of you. Damn sweet. I'm sorry. Look, I know that the track record of guys that have said no to you is lousy at best. But I gotta give you this back. I mean, you've already given me everything I need. Not a lot of money or hair. Not that I mind, no sir. But I'm talking about the important things in life. Like Elizabeth and all my kids. Gosh, you've been generous beyond all reason in the kids department. Heck, I'm always open to those kinds of miracles. There, I said it again. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for thinking of me. But use this money on somebody who really needs it. Amen. Now, if I'm doing the wrong thing here, I'd sure appreciate a word. I didn't figure. Elizabeth.
Graham Lubbock, that is just about the most wonderful thing I've ever heard.
How long have you been here?
About 5 rosaries. Just after I talked to the girls. And Graham, I think there's something else you should know.
What?
We all love you very much.
That scene. So I'm going to share a little bit about myself from just a religious perspective. Whenever people talk about getting miracles from God, and I certainly believe miracles can happen. I believe they happen every day. They don't always happen the way we want or expect, but I could make a case from a religious and spiritual standpoint that the miracle that happened was the girls being selfless in their actions were truly selfless and raising that money to give to Graham. That was God making that miracle work, not God manifesting $1,233 in an unmarked package in the mailbox. But I really respect what Graham did, because he said, even though I'm struggling, even though I have $800 that I haven't accounted for in my budget that I'm going to struggle with, there are people out there who need it more, and he gave it back. And that's a miracle too. So that money is going to potentially be used somewhere else. Clearly, I'm guessing this was the church connected to St. Augie's. So Father Hargis did end up getting it, I think, in some form or fashion. But I don't know. I just felt that was a really well-written scene. I like that a lot.
May I help you?
Hi, we're here to pick up Cindy for our dream date.
Yeah! Right. My mom left instructions in case a group of boys came by.
Well, what did she say to do?
This.
I don't know that I have a lot more to say that I haven't already said. I like this episode. It's one of my favorites. It showed, for me, it's what made Just the 10 of Us so unique. A show that was that religious heavy and still funny and still edgy in 1988, at a time when other sitcoms weren't doing this. Also, there weren't many poor families. Just the 10 of Us, they were poor. Roseanne, they were poor there. If you go back and watch, most sitcoms showed people who were pretty well off. Like, I'm thinking Full House. They were clearly loaded. A few blue collars, but not many. And this was clearly the Lubbocks were poor. That's established later on. They were literally at poverty level. So, okay. That's all I have to say. In 2 more weeks, we will be watching episode 4. So, keep writing, keep emailing, tweet, spread the Just the 10 of Us love far and wide. I am going to, as I said, make a Just the 10 of Us fan TikTok account. And I don't really have anything other than these reactions that are going to go on them. But I'm going to do that too. So I'll share the handle in the next video because I haven't made it yet. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.